pdump, netstat, htop, iotop, ps, ps3, and there are more, right? So yesterday I talked about top command, right? So the top command is used to check what is the load of my server, right? So I told you that the load of the server can be divided, like the load average is divided into three uh, three parts. One is 0.01 something like that, then comma, then 0.05 comma, then 0.20 something like that, right? Here it is divided into three parts separated by commas. The first value represents the load average of last 1 minute, right? What is the load average of last 1 minute? The second value represents the load average of 5 minutes, right? That means in the last 5 minutes, what is my load average? Because like it is a load average, so system calculates the average of last 5 minutes values. Then the third value is the average of 15 minutes value, load average of last 15 minutes, right? So this is, these three values is actually give us a good information, right? Like if the value is this 0, then 0.05, 0.020, what do you think? The load is getting increased or decreased, right? If you have only one value, you cannot say that the load on my server is increasing or decreasing right now, right? I can clearly see that the load average of last 1 minute is 1, 5 minutes is 5, and last 15 minutes is 20. So it clearly states that now my load is decreasing, right? Because before 15 minutes it was 0.20, and before 5 minutes it is 0.05, and in the last 1 minute it is 0.01. So the load is decreasing, right? So if the value has been changed something like 1.05, and here it is 5.05. So what do you think? Like load is decreasing or increasing right now? Yes, Satvik, could you please tell
Yeah,
me?
yes,
The load is it is increasing. Why?
yeah. You change
Because
the,
yes, because the load average is currently 5 point something, right?
yeah,
And before 5 minutes it was 1 point something. It was, that means it was less than today's like last minute load average. And before 15 minutes the load average was 0.20, which was very less. So so we need to worry, like the load is increasing right now, right? So we need to actually check why the load is getting high, right?
other,
Yeah.
yeah, the 1 minute, 5 minute increments is a default one or
What?
first
Which
one?
one? 1 minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
The first one is the default load average of last 1 minute,
okay,
right? And the second one is the uh, load average of last 5 minutes, and the third one is load average of last 15 minutes, right? So it gives us good information, like where we are heading. Should we worry about this load or should we not, right? And if it has been changed to something like that, should I worry or not?
yeah,
No
no.
or yes? Why no?
Then can you explain once I can understand?
Should I explain again?
Yeah,
Okay. So what happens that load average always has three values, right?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of these three values? Is the first value represents the load average of last 1 minute, right? The second value represents the load average of last 5 minutes. The third value represents the load average of last 15 minutes,
15
right?
minutes.
So if we have these three values, what information can I get? What additional information I can get from these three values? Why system has given me three values? Why it did not give me only one value? That current load is 0.01. That's fine. That is okay. That is enough. Why it is giving three values? There must be some logic behind it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it is giving three values, the load average of last 1 minute, 5 minute and 15 minute, we can see the trend. Like, what is the trend right now? What is the trend of my load average? Is it decreasing in last 15 minutes, or it is increasing in the last 15 minutes?
It's increasing.
It is increasing right now?
Yeah.
No, it is decreasing. Before 15
Yeah.
minutes, it was
Oh.
5,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? Now current load in the last 1 minute, it is 1. That means it is
Decreasing.
decreasing. So I should not be worried because my load is decreasing, right? So it should be okay. But if my load average is something like this, then should I worry or not?
Yeah. It's increasing, right?
It is increasing, right?
Yeah.
Because in the last 15 minutes it was 0.20, now it is 1, and current load is 5. I need to worry. I need to find out what are the processes who are actually increasing the load. There must be something running because load cannot spike without running anything. There must be some application or some backup or some processes or some IOs which was increasing the load, right? So we need to find that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was load average. So there are some more commands like W. If we press W, we can see load average here, and it contains three values. So what do you think? Load is increasing or decreasing?
It's increasing.
It's increasing. But it is not increasing to that much extent that I
Yeah.
should be worried, right? It is
Yeah.
very less.
Small.
Right? Yeah. There is another command, uptime, which also gives the load average, right? And it gives some other information also like my current time. System is up from last 8 minutes, right? There is only one user logged into this server, right? This kind of information. Same information we can see in the top command, right? So this is the load average, and it is giving the load average of in every 2 minutes. It is a real-time command. So I explained you these things yesterday, right? So I'm going ahead to discuss about other tools which we can use other than top. Okay, so before those things, I will give you the idea of these commands. Okay, so there is a command ps. What it does, if I execute ps-aux and press enter, what it is showing me? It is showing me all the processes which are running into the server. These will be all the processes, right? It will show all the processes, and it contains user ID, user name, who is running the server, the PID, the process ID of that process, how much CPU it is using, how much memory, percentage of memory it is using. There is some virtual memory. RSS is also related to memory, and this is a TTY. That means which terminal is used to execute this process. Question mark means it doesn't have any terminal. It was executed by system itself, right? Here is the TTY, right? That means some terminal has root has executed one process on TTY1 terminal, and it was this process. So Xout means it is a graphical user mode, the graphical environment which I opened here, right? So these kind of information we can get. I executed this command ps-aux on terminal pts/0 as root user. This is a PID. So this command also came as a run as a process, right? So whatever is running in the system, it will run as a process. What is the status of the service? It is sleeping or something else. When the process has been started, how much time it took, like since when it is running something, the command, right? So these are information we get. So what we generally do when we want to find is the FTP service is running or not. What is the process ID of FTP service? VSFTP. Sorry, I should grep, right? So ps-aux grep VSFTP, and we can see that this is the process of my VSFTP service. So I can note down the process and I can do whatever I want. For example, if I want this service to be stopped and it is not stopping, so like I can do service stop VSFTPD, and the service will be stopped and this process ID will be killed. But in case if this service is not getting stopped and it is hung, something like that, then I can kill using this process ID, right? Now process has been killed. If I do ps-aux and I cannot see that VSFTPD has been removed from here, right? It is gone. The process has been killed, right? So if any process is running which is not required and it is creating problem on server and it is increasing the load on the server, load average, you can safely kill that process using kill command, right? So kill is also a performance, like it is also be a tool. It can be also be used as a tool like to rectify the problems related to performance. Okay. So PS is a good command. There is another option like ps-aux shows the process of all the users, whether it is root, whether it is some other user. Like if a normal user is executing any command, ps-aux will show that process also for all users. Okay. There is another command ps-tree. If I execute ps-tree, I will see the same information, like you cannot say like same information, like the tree of my processes which are running in the system in a tree format, right? If I will see that what is the output of my PS tree is that there is an init process. Init process has run these number of processes, right? These are all the processes which are running by init. Init is the first process of Linux, and Linux kernel executed starts init process, and the init process will take care about the all bootings and starting of all the services, etc. So init has started network manager and all these daemons like cron, right? And all these processes has been started by init process. Init process started in GDM binary, then GDM binary started two processes, GDM slave and GDM binary. Then this has started some more processes, right? And this like process has started some more processes. So there is a tree, right, of processes. So PS tree is a good command if you want to know like what is the tree structure of my process. There's another command htop. It is not running right now. What should I do now? There's a htop command and I executed htop and it is saying htop command not found. That means command is not there in my system. What should I do? I need to install it. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we use the RPM install stop?
Sorry? RPM?
Why don't we install with the RPM? Yeah, RPM.
We can install using RPM, but we need the RPM of that package. We need the RPM of htop, but
Okay.
we don't have RPM of htop right now. We need to download it from
Okay.
internet, then we can use RPM, right? But as
Okay.
you can see that I used yum install htop and it says htop not available, right? So what I'm going to do is I will install it, I will download it from internet and install it into this system, right?
Okay.
I'm going to RHEL 6 or CentOS 6. Okay, so there is okay. There's a RPM which will install let's see if we can download like RPM for this or not. It is not working. Gmail.com is pinging. That means I'm connected to the internet. And trying to download, or we can use the source code to install this, right? Let's try to do that. Yes, it has been downloaded. Okay, let's try to install it using the source code, right? So it is very easy to install using RPM and yum. Let's try to execute it using ZXVF cd htop. Where is the install file? It is here. It is saying to do /configure make, then make check, make install. Make check is not necessary. /configure yum install. It is asking to install this package. No. Okay, let's try to disable it. We don't need this. Why it is not given? Okay. Yes, I'll figure it. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Now there is no error. Okay. So now I can use make. No errors. Now make install. Right. So where did the binary installed? It is user local bin htop, right? Which htop? User local bin htop. Now I can see that I have htop installed into my system. If I run htop, and I can see, okay, this output. The output from in the below section, you can find out that this is the old information like PID, username, priority, nice value, memory information, sleep status, CPU memory, time, and process command. Right. The different information here is that it says that it has two CPUs. What is the usage of those two CPUs? It is showing in a different manner. CPU 2 is being used more than CPU 1, right? What is the usage of memory? It is showing clearly. What is the space which has been used right now? How many tasks is running
Other
load average? It is the same. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
I think I'm not a presenter right now, so I don't have. Okay, let's do one thing. I think like it's going to be an hour, right? And still I'm not currently I'm not a presenter, right? Let's do one
Yeah.
thing. We will start the training at 8 p.m. in the evening,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
8 p.m. in the
Okay.
evening IST, right? So Abhinay will be
Okay.
there, then we can go ahead from there, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for
Bye.
joining.
Bye.
Bye.